Karen, with a familiar wave to a much smaller crowd, Rod Blagojevich arriving at the federal building, this time not as a criminal defendant, but to file a civil rights lawsuit. As the I-Team first reported last night that Blagojevich was preparing to do, the former Illinois governor is now plaintiff in a case against the State General Assembly that he claims illegally removed him from office.
I'm back here today filing a lawsuit, a complaint, seeking an injunction and a declaratory judgment, urging the court, asking for a hearing and urging the court to rule that the impeachment process violated due process rights of not only the governor, but also the people of Illinois who elected him governor.
Illinois' 40th governor had an impressive team of high-powered attorneys surrounding him the last time he was at the federal building, fighting a slew of corruption charges. This afternoon, he had to file this civil rights complaint pro se, on his own, with no lawyer representing him, not even himself, because he's been disbarred. As the I-Team reported first last night at 10, Blagojevich claims the General Assembly violated his civil rights by impeaching and convicting him in 2009 without allowing him a defense, witnesses, or the public playing of FBI undercover tapes. All of that, he now says, were engineered by his then political arch-enemy, former House Speaker Mike Madigan, and Madigan's chief of staff, Tim Mapes.
I want to call Madigan and Tim Mapes to testify under oath and ask them what their role was.
Although Blagojevich says his aim is for a federal jury to restore his right to run for state office and not ruling out governor, an ulterior motive is to rebuild his reputation.
If I were to fall dead right here, my obituary in tomorrow's papers wouldn't be that good. I don't like what they'd be writing in my obituary, so I got a lot of work to do to make sure that hopefully I'll live a lot longer and I can do things in my life and with my life where that obituary can be corrected.
Blagojevich calling his impeachment more than a decade ago rigged and a kangaroo process. He said that he could have secured an attorney to represent him in this new fight, but felt it was a battle he needed to fight on his own, although he now also says that he wants to regain his Illinois law license at some point. Karen?
All right.